Hello and welcome to Let's Talk, a show about talking about games and everything surrounding it. Today, part 2 of my mini episodic series. This time, we're talking about Life is Strange. So let's talk. Life is Strange is pretty perfect for a description of a game. I mean, it's the best title ever. Life is Strange follows our heroine, Max Caulfield. Something. Anyway, so she's at a school called Blackwell Academy. I believe it's college. American things that I don't understand. Looks a bit like a university, so I'm going to go with college. And she's a photography student with a love of one of the worst words in the English dictionary, selfie, which we need to eradicate from our language, but we won't because popular words are popular and used. So yeah, she loves a good old self picture. So Life is Strange follows her on her weird journey as she discovers that she can reverse time. That's basically it, really. I mean, can reverse time. She's basically invincible, right? Well, as it turns out, no. This will be a bit spoilery. You have a few characters who are less than nice. Let's just say Mr. Jefferson needs to go die very, very, very painfully. We don't like Mr. Jefferson in this household. I'm the only one who's played the game in this household. There's also a few twists and turns along the way with different characters who, you wouldn't necessarily expect to actually turn out good, in inverted commas. I mean, no one is good or bad. There's Mr. Jefferson, who is definitely evil, but he's evil in a way that is creepy. A lot of times they make the villains in these things charismatic and you love them, and it's like, he's the greatest villain of all time, I love him so much. But Mr. Jefferson is like, I am evil. I sit here being evil, telling you I'm evil, but really, you don't know I'm evil. And it's like, he quite literally says, come to my dark room. And so obviously there is this place in the game called the dark room, which he drugs people, usually 18-year-old girls, and takes photos of them while they're unconscious, and then ultimately kills them. And it's a bit weird and creepy, and I don't want to think about it again. But what I really want to talk about with Life is Strange isn't Mr. Jefferson and how creepy and crap and horrible of a human being he is and how I want to murder his guts just because, Max wants to, and Max is the best. But the one person who's more awesome than Max is Chloe. Chloe's epic. They're just like human beings. Human beans. And if anybody understands that reference, I love you. So, Max used to know Chloe when they were kids. They were, best friends. They spent all their time together, and then one day Max decides to move out. She just ups and leaves. Obviously, Chloe isn't very happy about that. Well, you have to deal with it, and eventually she finds a new friend, a girl called Rachel, who is one of the girls who was taken and ultimately killed. Rachel wasn't taken by Mr. Jefferson. Gets interesting. But anyway, Rachel was one of Chloe's friends, and obviously Chloe feels strongly about her. It's never explicitly said if Chloe loves her or if it's just, you're my best friend. That's another thing that's beautiful about Life is Strange. Nothing is explicitly said out loud. So you might have a gameplay that Max, is straight and falls for Warren and they're all happy and lovey-dovey. Or you might have a character where it's a playthrough where Chloe and Max essentially get together. With massive spoilers, the ending is quite literally that. Well, one of the endings. So, what I want to talk about more than just the overall story, I love the Life is Strange. There's massive flaws with it, but overall I think it's doing something new, and it's not explicitly going, this is what everything should be like. Again, like what I spoke about with acceptance, it's not saying this is what you should think, it's saying this is where you should think. But what you should think is your own thing. It obviously leads you down paths. Within Mr. Jefferson, the game never, it implies, it puts, little pieces here and there to say, look, Mr. Jefferson maybe isn't the nicest of people. It basically explicitly says one of the characters is the person doing this at one point. But that's the typical, but is it really? Because there's this other stuff going on, and it makes you think, how could this one person be doing that? It must be other people, right? So then, yeah, it drops hints everywhere about what's actually going on. And if you pick up on those hints, you will solve everything beforehand. And I think that's just an excellent way of doing things. It's more like the cop drama, but the original cop dramas that weren't, that weren't overused. It was a new thing, and this is a new thing for games, allowing you to play as those characters and control their actions is a level of interaction that films, TV can never give you. Think if you've watched Shutter Island. Think Shutter Island for Life is Strange. It keeps dropping hints about what its real meaning is, what its ultimate goal, what its finale is, but never actually just goes, this is how it ends. Life is Strange is all about decisions. You don't know what the long-term outcome of those decisions will be. You know what the short-term outcome will be. If somebody shouts at you, they're angry because of that answer, but will they realise later that actually I was right? And that's a very powerful thing. One key decision-making point is, there's two, I would say, fundamentally key decision-making points. One, there is a character called Kate, who, being very heavily bullied, and, there are videos going around of her doing, in inverted commas, because she was on drugs, because somebody spiked her drinks. She was kissing people, so she was being a, in inverted commas, slut, because college kids, I guess. And, she can't take the bullying and the pressure and all that sort of stuff, so she attempts to commit suicide. You, as Max, run up, try and save her, and you don't necessarily save her. But there are decisions that you make previously. I've heard that you have to snoop around her room to be able to save her. I didn't. I spoke to her when, you alright? She was like, no, I want to catch who did this to me. I want to call the police now. I want to talk to them now. And then I just said, no, don't now. I'm still finding evidence. I'm still finding ways to root them out and that sort of stuff. So leave it for now. I've got this. I've handled this. I will handle this in my own way. I will keep you updated. Just chill. We all love you. We're here to support you. She was obviously angry. She was like, well, no, this is wrong. What are you doing? You're not actually helping me. You're just making everything worse. And later, she then realises it was a good decision to do that. I never snooped in her stuff. And I think it's a preconception that you have to snoop in her stuff to be able to save her. I never did. I want to root for Kate. Kate's going to be my friend. I'm going to talk to Kate. I'm going to make sure Kate's okay. So just talking to her, every time you saw her, it's just, hi Kate, how you doing? What are you up to, blah, 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 just normal, just talking and then having a laugh, like making a little joke. And, Kate says something and you respond in a way that makes sense. And she opened up to me, so she said a lot of things to me that I don't think would have been said if I wouldn't have done all of that. Yeah, and it made me feel good. And that was like probably the highest moment, the moment of probably biggest relief, which was overshadowed by the finale, where it keeps telling you, save Chloe, save Chloe, save Chloe. You do everything possible to save Chloe. So this is leading up to an ending, which is the reason why all of this bad stuff's happening is essentially because Chloe's here. Chloe should be dead. She shouldn't be in the inverted commas timeline. There is something that has to be destroyed for her to be there. That thing that needs to be destroyed is the entire town of Blackwell. So the ending decision can be save Chloe or save Blackwell, which means sacrificing Chloe. I chose to sacrifice Chloe. As a character, I absolutely love Chloe. She's an awesome character. The way that her and Max interact is absolutely amazing. It's beautiful. So to go into the backstory of why the ending affected me the way it did. My mum passed away probably coming up to 10 years ago now. And at the time, all I wanted to do was reverse time. I wanted to take time back to when she was happy, healthy, and then I wanted to stop her from dying. I wanted, her to live, obviously. I mean, she's my mum, right? And in Life is Strange, it gave me the opportunity to go back and save someone someone that I really loved, that I cared about. But my decision, I want to save an entire town of people instead of my own selfish need. Throughout the game, there is a lot of selfishness, selfish decisions that Max makes. And I'm thinking, I don't want to be that person who's remembered as selfish. Or I don't want to be that person who remembers myself as selfish. I want to be that person who helps others because I have this ability to reverse time to be able to help others. And it was at that point where it's, okay, I've abused my power. I've done something which I shouldn't have done. So now I'm going to reverse that. I'm going to take it back. I'm going to have to deal with the consequences of my actions. Having to do that, having to go, no, do you know what? I'm not going to save the person I love. Having for so long wanted to, in real life, save the person that I love. I then just broke down. Just completely broke down. I was in tears for hours. That whole entire day. I finished Life is Strange. I was just sitting there crying. The ending, just crying, just straight out crying. That song as well, the Foles song, when it first came out, I used to play that to make me feel better. That was a song that has a very big emotional impact for me. It has helped me deal with some things. There are other songs that have done that, but it's one pinnacle song that has helped me do that. And having that song play during a funeral, when I've just had to sacrifice somebody for it made me break down. I sat there watching all of this, and I was just sobbing the whole entire time. Couldn't stop myself. And I'm not ashamed to admit it. Not at all. There is no way that this is a bad thing. It's obviously a negative emotion, it's sadness, but at the same time, I'm happy that a game has done this. This is what a trigger is. This is what a trigger warning is for. This sort of reaction, and I want this sort of reaction from a game. There is only one other thing that has given me this reaction, and that's a real life event. Nothing else has given me such profound emotional impact that I have quite literally sat watching the credits, not even realising that they finished, staring at the main menu, listening to that beautiful main menu music, just crying, just getting rid of all that pent-up emotion, everything, absolutely it's just a wonderful thing that no other piece of media has happened. I mean, I've teared up to films. I've been sad at the end of films. I've felt sorry for characters. I've wanted characters to live when they didn't. But I've never broken down. I've never physically not being able to do anything, not being able to think about anything, just being a complete emotional wreck. And I love that. That is, I know I keep saying it, the best thing that a game, that any piece of media has ever done. It's beautiful. The ending, it was an incredible, emotional, many other words that will describe what that was. And I want to thank Dontnod, everyone who created the game, the writers, the developers, the artists, the animators. I want to thank every single one of them for creating, for crafting, for birthing this incredible, crazy idea. What they managed to craft out of such a simple thing. From the bottom of my heart, please Dontnod, find a way to make me be able to reverse time. Thank you, Dontnod. Thank you, every single person who worked on this game. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. You are wonderful people, and please Dontnod, keep making games. And thanks guys for listening. If you want to like, please do. If you want to give me hate, please do. If you want to comment without giving me hate, please do. And thanks for watching.